Welcome to 5 Minutes With, a podcast where we connect with team members from across the country about their journeys, life stories, and whatever else that comes up. I'm your host, Yosef Saleh, and it only takes 5 minutes to connect. Let's welcome today's guest, Loss Mitigation Manager from Dallas, Melissa Lane Long. Hi, Melissa.
Howdy, y'all.
Melissa, well, first of all, congratulations on being part of HCA for 10 years. Does it feel real?
It feels amazing. I've always told myself that I wanted to retire with Hyundai when I first started working here. So 10 years down, maybe 40 more to go?
Amazing. Well, in speaking with you, I understand a lot of who you are now and your successes has really stemmed from your upbringing and how it relates to education. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Sure. It goes all the way back to elementary school. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she would work with my sister and I. And when I started school, the teachers were like, wow, she's really advanced and knows a lot for her age. We had this gifted and talented program, and it had to be approved by the vice principal. Well, she looked at myself and my mom, and she says, no, she'll never be anything more than an average student. And that just lit a fire under myself and my mom. And so I carry that with me to always excel, always do more, always be the first to be a leader. And so I think that's really helped to make me the person who I am today.
I love that. Turn those naysayers into your motivation.
Absolutely.
And now you've also co-founded the ERG Bold. Can you tell us about that?
Yep. I was in a brand ambassador meeting. We were talking about the ERGs, and I reached out to Nakia and said, hey, let's be awesome. Let's start, the first Black African-American ERG. And she was on board. And so here we are with Hyundai Black originators, leaders, and doers. And so excited about what we're going to be bringing in 2023. Want to have lots of workshops, lots of conversations about like code switching, the Crown Act. So stay tuned for those announcements.
Awesome. And can employees just reach out to you to join?
Absolutely. Myself or Nakia Brown.
Awesome. Well, you've been in 6 different roles throughout your time here at HCA. Can you walk us through those?
Absolutely. Background started in lease and compliance. Where I wrote the policies and procedures for lease and remarketing. I was in remarketing as an account manager or sales manager. And now I have a new home in collections as a loss mitigation manager where I actually have direct reports.
Oh, wow. So what's the secret sauce here?
Secret sauce, if you're going to put a lot of sauce on it, it definitely is about PMA, positive mental attitude. One thing I've learned about Hyundai is they reward that positive attitude, forward thinking, people who think outside the box, who want challenges and can just give it all, be agile, collaboration, all that fun stuff. If you have that, that's what Hyundai loves. But on the flip side, there are, things that I think we could work on as a company, especially being in operations and then you have headquarters. Your exposure in operations is not as bright as it would be in HQ. And I think there's a lot of people shining in the shadows in these ops centers that need that chance or need that visibility to have that exposure on the HQ level.
Well, let's talk about that. You mentioned feeling separation between operations and headquarters. How do you think we can address that?
I think it would be awesome if we had a employee-led town hall where the directors and up sit in and the audience can ask questions and the ops can come in and talk about, systems and processes and, the good, the bad, the ugly, and just really lay it all out there and then have received their questions to kind of help them grow and to engage that positive forward thinking. I think that would be amazing to host something like that.
Yeah, that definitely sounds interesting. And also, I'm assuming some more face-to-face interactions.
Oh, yes. Like, those roundtable discussions, the focus groups. I really enjoyed those when we had those in the past. So hopefully we can bring those back. So it'd be that more intimate conversations with the team.
Sounds good. Well, to wrap up, what advice can you give our listeners?
My advice would be, it's one of my favorite analogies. Are you going to be a thermostat or a thermometer? I myself choose to be a thermostat. If the people in the room are cold, you come in, be that thermostat, change it, everybody's hot. If you're a thermometer and they're cold, you're going to be cold. So always be that thermostat, always be part of the change.
That's my new goal, is to be a thermostat, I guess. All right. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you to my guest, Melissa Lane Long, and our listeners for tuning in. I'm your host, Yosef Saleh, and it only takes 5 minutes to connect.